Okay, we're in Pete Katsos's hearse right now. And Pete, why don't you tell us where you're taking us?
Okay, we're going to Demon's Alley right now. It's an abandoned neighborhood. Years ago, it used to be like any other neighborhood. All of a sudden, everybody just got up and took off. And nobody knows why. They left all their stuff behind. In some cases, they left food on the table. So it's a real spooky place. The legend is, you know, it's really, really weird.
Here we are at Demon's Alley. These are our tour guides right here. We got Mr. Rags, Mr. Pete, and Justin. Right on. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this place?
All right. The story goes, years ago, this was a regular neighborhood like anybody else's, like yours or mine, and one day, everybody got up and they took off. Some people left their food on the table, some personal belongings, furniture, all sorts of stuff, just laying around like they were planning on coming back sometime, but nobody ever did.
Is it true that you've heard, or maybe you or yourself have gone into some of these buildings?
Oh. Well, yeah, depending on, you know, which law enforcement group you work for. But, yeah, that stuff is all true. There's stuff all over the place. TVs are the part that gets me the most. Who would leave a television set?
And wasn't there some rumors of murders in these houses?
There's all sorts of rumors all over the area. If you ask around, people will tell you some crazy stuff. People disappearing around here and all sorts of wacko stuff.
You have a story to tell about Demon's Alley, don't you?
Yes, actually I do, Mark. It was, actually, it's recounted from one of my friends who's a photographer who went to Demon's Alley to shoot a couple of flicks of some of the houses. He had taken pictures of all the houses separately, and the one house, the shutter had some problem with it and it would not open, and every picture became...
The shutter of the camera?
Yes, only on the one house, and it worked fine on the other houses. And he was, being an experienced photographer, he was quite perplexed by this. So he ventured into the town below Demon's Alley, and an old man accounted him a story of some kind of murderous plot which took place by a cult member. The old man said that a man had moved into the town, not letting anyone know of his past, and it had turned out that he was the head of a large cult in one of the Midwestern countries. And throughout his...
States? You mean like Midwestern states?
Yep, that's what I meant. And throughout his stay there, weird goings-on started happening. Dead animals would be found, and people would be coming in and vandalizing homes. It got to a point where it was unbearable. And what the people did was they had town meetings, and they got together in this cult leader's house to discuss the goings-on in the town.
They didn't know that he was a cult leader?
No, they had no idea at the time. He just seemed like an everyday member of the society, and they all gathered into his living room, and upstairs in the house he had other members of the cult who, as soon as the meeting was ready to begin and everyone from the town had gathered, they committed a mass murder of everyone in the small town of, you know, about 5 or 6 houses. You know, the old man just said that the town wants to try to forget about it, and that, you know, it's not a well-known thing because they just try to put it behind them and move on.
We've heard them all, from animal sacrifice to I don't even know.
Did you ever hear the story of the cult murders that took place up here?
No, I haven't heard that one, actually. Sorry.